Hey Dario, I guess maybe to start off, any sort of team news from the international break. Obviously, we know that Fran picked up an injury on England duty, but anything else, and how's she doing?
Fran's out, so she won't be with us for the next for these few games until the new year, which is disappointing. Maisie as well sustained an injury also on 23. So again, both those injuries, that's again a separate issue that we're not too pleased about. And no, everyone else sort of returned in good condition. So thankfully they were all okay. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. No new no one back yet, and just those few that are out now as well.
And obviously it would have been a big moment for Fran going back to Kingsmeadow on the weekend, but she's played such an important role for you so far this season. How do you look at sort of replacing her in what she's done for your team so far?
Oh, look, it's very hard to replace Fran. That's goes without saying. But we've got other, the way we like to play. We trust the players, but Fran's been important for us. Her leadership as well, and she was playing fantastically leading in, and it's a shame that we won't have her, but we're prepared. We've dealt with this throughout the season so far, so it's just another one of those. Unfortunately, it's come at a time when we're finishing the last week with 3 games and we're a bit thin, but hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone will be okay and we can get to the end without any more injuries, and then hopefully start to welcome everyone back in January.
And just finally from me, I feel like one of the big changes Chelsea have had this season is that they've really upped the amount they press in games. And we've seen, for example, in the Arsenal game, there were points where when you were playing out from the back, maybe you struggle with that. Now I get the impression you're not going to change the way you want to play just because a team do that. But what did you guys sort of learn from that Arsenal game, and how do you go into a game knowing that a team's going to immediately come at you?
Oh, look, we're used to it. So even the Arsenal one, I think it was more the occasion than actually Arsenal, because we knew about their press. Sometimes it wasn't, the press wasn't even there, and we were sort of a little bit jittery. And those occasions can do it to you when you're at the Emirates. It's a beautiful stadium. It's a big game at the point of the season. So this is just something that we're learning, being part of those big games, those big occasions. And I think that's probably what got the better of us. There's other times when we've faced an even more intense press and we've played out of it really, really good. So it's just part of the journey. It's just what we need to learn as well. Look, we're prepared, we're ready, and whatever Chelsea throw at us, we'll be ready on Sunday.
Amazing, thank you.
Thank you.
Just one for me. I was just it's been such a good start to the season. I just wanted to know, I know obviously it's still early days, but how much would it mean to you if you could get Brighton and Hove Albion into European football?
Oh, it'd be unreal. I think it's the dream of not just myself but everyone to play in those competitions in Europe, and that's always sort of the aim, to win, to be part of the elite sort of tournaments, so to speak. So, but as you alluded to, it's still very early days. There's only been 8 games played. And all of that's irrelevant until the 22nd game is played and the referee's blown full time on the season. So yeah, I don't get too caught up in that and just prepare each week. I know it's a bit boring, the old cliche, but it's sort of the way I look at it. I'm not too. It's irrelevant to me whether third now. We want to try keep winning games, and then at the end of the season we'll see where we're at. And if that is European football, that'd be a dream come true.
Cheers, Dario.
Thank you.
I was going to ask about what you think Sonia Monpastro and how she's done with Chelsea so far this season. Obviously, winning all the games so far, but in terms of coming in as a new manager and having new players similar to yourself, what do you think? What have you made of her so far this season?
I think she's done a fantastic job. Yeah, it's not easy. I think to go 8 games, 8 wins, and basically in all competitions, they've been really, really solid. They can play in many different ways. So they can play in possession. They're dangerous in transition as well. They've got some players that when they win it, they get numbers inside the box. We know they're going to be a tough test. They test you in all facets of the game. They're well organised. They got fantastic players as well. So it's a great challenge for us at this part of the season, and we're looking forward to it. Would love to have had a longer week to prepare, but it is what it is. We've had today and tomorrow to to get everyone sort of up to speed and get the travel and international football out of a few legs. And I think we're all really looking forward to the challenge on Sunday.
And how do you prepare for a team with such good depth? You know, I guess you don't know which 11 are going to start, but also the impact that they can bring off the bench as well. How do you prepare for that as a squad?
Look, we speak about it. We obviously review all the strengths and weaknesses and how we can sort of play as well against what we predict might be the lineup. You know, with the depth that they have, they're able to rotate, but they all play, you know, quite similar with the style and how they want to play their football. But again, it's a process of ours where we're focusing on ourselves and what we want to do. And, you know, this is it's a beautiful challenge that we've got going into the, you know, very long time reigning champions. They've not lost the game this season. They haven't conceded many goals as well. So, you know, we're just looking for a better performance from ourselves from when we have been challenged with these big games. So we want to be there from the first whistle. You know, play the best that we possibly can. Hopefully, play the best game that we've played all season, and then at the end, you know, the result. We'll see what that is at the end of the game.
And just following on from what Jesse asked about you playing out from the back, Chelsea's press, but how much do you learn, I guess, from games where the other team does press you playing out from the back? Is it almost better for you because it allows you to play the way you'd expect, as opposed to when you're playing a team who maybe sits back on you? Does it kind of allow you to express yourselves more and learn a bit more?
No, look, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I think it's in respect to our teams, it doesn't really matter. We sort of work on the solutions, whether it's a team pressing high, how they're pressing, who's jumping, you know, where the space is. So it isn't easy. It's been a lot of information, and you need experience. So this will only be the 9th game. So was it ever going to be perfect? No. It's only been 9 games. Teams are trying to change the way they press, whether it's straight away a 9-10 press or it's United that went to a 4-2-4 that was sort of pressing and trying to, you know, so each week, depending on how successful we are, we're sort of asked a different question, or so it's sort of that learning. You know, we can practice it as much as we want. We can sort of guess what the opponent will throw at us, but you know, now it's becoming even more difficult where teams are changing their approach for us. So, you know, we try to prepare each week, and then, you know, come match day, it's a different picture, different solutions are needed. So experience is always the best teacher. We're trying to work as much as possible in the short amount of time that we've been together, short amount of games as well that we've played, and you know, we're looking forward to it, whether teams, you know, whether they make us play against a lower block, a mid block, or it's a high press. We want to be prepared for everything.